breathe. Connect. Transform. We start in shavasana. Start to feel all parts of yourself landing in this space. Not just your physical body, but gathering in all the pieces of your mind, bringing them in to the breath, and centering yourself in this space. Place one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, and feel your breath moving in and out through the body. Focus on the sensation of the breath as it enters the nose and leaves the nose. And observe how the breath moves down through the body. Come into your abdominal breath, breathing all the way through the fullness of the lungs, allowing this breath to center the mind. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to come out wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. If this is too much, you can take fists to the outsides of the thighs and support yourself there. We'll come into our 3-part breath here. Exhale all the air from the lungs. Inhale first into the belly, all the way up into the ribs, all the way up into the chest, and exhale from the chest to the ribs, to the belly. Inhale into the belly, up into the ribs, up into the chest. Exhale from the chest to the ribs, to the belly. Notice the pause at the bottom of the breath. Inhale into the belly, up into the ribs, all the way up into the chest, the shoulders, the collarbones. Pause. Exhale from the chest to the ribs, to the belly. One more. Inhale, bottom, middle, all the way to the tops of the lungs. Exhale from the top to the middle, to the bottom, feeling the breath like a wave. Take the hands to the outsides of the thighs and move the knees together. Walk the feet to the outsides of the mat and allow the knees to stay inwards in a counter pose. And then engage the core, feeling your mid-body supported here by your abdominal muscles. Bring the knees up in line with the hips and then bring the shins parallel to the ground, squeezing the legs together. Take the arms out wide, elbows bent, palms up. We'll come into some abdominal warm-ups here. So keeping that engagement through the core, we inhale. We exhale, take the legs over towards the left, halfway down, pausing just before the hips start to come off the ground. Inhale up to the center. Keep the abdominal engagement. Exhale, halfway down to the right. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, back to center. Keep that core. Exhale to the left. Just until you start to lose that integrity. Inhale, rising up. Exhale just to your edge. One more on each side. Inhale, coming up, keeping that core strength. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, movement drives from the core. Exhale, halfway down just to your edge. Inhale, we come up. This time exhale the legs all the way over, allowing them to rest on the ground. Noticing if the shoulders lift up. You can scoop the left shoulder blade out and away, flattening the shoulders down. Breathe into the belly here. Last exhale. As you inhale, engage the core, bring the knees up. Exhale, bring them over towards the right side. Gaze can come to the opposite direction. Notice if the shoulders are grounded here, scoop the right shoulder blade out and away, flattening them down, finding your foundation here. Breathe deep. Last exhale. As you inhale, bring the knees back to center, realigning yourself. As you exhale, we'll come into Ananda Balasana, happy baby. So raise the feet up to the sky, allow the knees to come either side of the ribs. Take hold of the inside or the outside of the feet. And align the ankles above the knees. Draw down on the feet at the same time as pushing up against the hands so you feel the full length of the spine laying down on the ground. Bring all of your awareness into the center of the body. Feel how you're concentrating your focus, concentrating your energy here into your core, starting our practice from this place. Take our last breath here. Release the feet, bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the knees. Squeeze in here. You may like to take the forehead up to the knees, just really concentrating all of that focus. Rock from side to side, release the low back. And then take the hands to the backs of the thighs and rock up and down the spine a few times, massaging all the muscles that support us, before eventually finding your way into a seated position. Find a straight spine here, relax through the hips. Lift up, opening through the chest. Roll the shoulders a couple of times, opening your heart and lengthen the back of the neck. Find your breath. We'll start with our classroom prayer. Sahana vavatu. Sahana vavatu, Sahana bhunaktu,
Sahana bhunaktu,
Sahaviryam,
Sahaviryam,
Karavavahai,
Karavavahai,
Tejasvina,
Tejasvina,
Vadhitamastu,
Vadhitamastu,
Mavid Vishavahai.
Mavi Vishavahai.
Inhale for all. Stay connected to your breath. We'll prepare for our Kapalabhati breath. This is a sharp exhale followed by a natural inhale as we pump the navel in towards the spine. The breath sounds like this. So we'll begin together. So inhale together, unifying the breath. Exhale, emptying the lungs. Inhale to 3/4 lung capacity and begin. Exhale, 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 exhale. Continue. Start to slow it down. Exhale, exhale all the air from the lungs. Take a deep, full, cleansing breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale to 3/4 lung capacity and retain this breath, staying relaxed. Kumbhaka. If you need to release at any point, please do so. Otherwise, stay focused on your third eye, feeling the stillness of no breath. And smoothly release. Allow the breath to return. The intention for this practice today is to move from our center, to feel our inherent alignment, the center line from which all of our actions can come. And to move from that place in our physical postures at the same time as being aware of our greater sense of alignment, our greater sense of centering in this life. So right now, focus on the line that runs all the way from the base of the body through the center, all the way up to the crown of the head. Feel the breath running up and down this space. Feel the natural alignment of yourself here. Slowly open the eyes. Take the hands in front. We'll roll over onto hands and knees, coming into tabletop position. Align the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. We'll take the feet slightly wide here. And we'll come into our cat-cow position here. So as we inhale, we lower the belly, open through the chest, lift the head. You can bend the elbows if you like. As you exhale, curl the tailbone, draw the belly button up, round the shoulders, lower the head. Inhale, tailbone comes up. We open the chest, lift the head, roll shoulders back. Exhale, curl tailbone, lift the belly, rounding out. You can continue a couple more of these at your own pace. Synchronizing movement with breath. And then when you've finished your last one, we'll come into a neutral position, find engagement in the core and experience what it is to really lengthen out through the spine. So feel the length coming out through the tailbone, feel grounded through the core, supported here, feel length coming out through the crown of the head. This is the feeling we're looking to generate throughout our practice. Let's briefly lower back down into a child's pose. Reach the hands out in front. I will be offering some physical enhancements and adjustments to your practice today. If there's anyone that would prefer not to receive this, please give me a wave here. Thank you. So from here, let's make our way back into a tabletop. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. We'll find our way into a downward facing dog. Before we settle in, let's check the distance between the hands and the feet. Shift forward into plank until the body is in a long, strong, straight line. And from here, check that your shoulders are right above the wrists. From here, You'll lift the hips right up, and there shouldn't be too much adjustment between the hands and the feet here. Hands are at shoulder distance apart. Feet are at hips distance apart. You can feel free to press the ankles down one after another, reaching through the heels. And then finally we'll settle here for a couple of breaths. Make sure to press through the inside edge of the hands. Create some space between the shoulders and the ears. Tuck through the lower ribs, making sure to engage the core, finding that Uddiyana Bandha, drawing up and in through the navel. And then lengthen up through the spine, reaching the tailbones up into the sky, spreading the sits bones, pressing the backs of the thighs towards the back of your mat, lengthening through the calves. Just take a slow inhale and exhale. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower the back knee, point the toe. Make sure the front ankle is aligned underneath the knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take the chin to the chest. Yin low lunge here. You can bring a slight engagement through the inner thighs. Breathing deeply. Inhale, look up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, shift your weight back. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the sternum forwards, fold. Tune into your right hip crease, draw back slightly, squaring the hips. Last breath here. Inhale, shift your weight forward, find that lunge again. This time we'll reach up, squeeze between the inner thighs. Exhale, take the right hand down, hook the thumb into the right hip crease. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Exhale, folding over towards the right sides. Feel grounded through both legs here. Press into the back toenails to stay fully connected to the earth here. Breathe into the left lung, extending up through the left side. Last exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, fold forward, bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, we'll start to twist through it towards the right side here, staying grounded through both legs. If it feels good to you, you can tuck the back toe, straighten the back leg and feel really strong through that back thigh. Notice if the left hip is dropping here. Make sure to keep it in line with the right, and then from here, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Last exhale here. Bring the hands down. Inhale as you step all the way back, find your plank pose. As you exhale, lower the knees, the chin, chest, the chin. Inhale, forwards, baby cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Keep the hips square, toes pointed down. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. Slowly, with control, align the ankle under the knee. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, lower the back knee, point the toe, take the chin to the chest. Allow there to be some engagement between the thighs so we don't sink into those hips too much. Breathing here. Last exhale. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, shift your weight back, straighten the front leg, bring the toes towards the face. Inhale, lengthen, squaring the hips, drawing back on that left hip crease. Exhale, fold forward, reaching the sternum. Ardha Hanumanasana. Breathing into the hamstrings, the back of the left thigh. Beautiful. Last exhale. Inhale, shift your weight forward, find that lunge again, reach the arms up, stay strong through the legs, squeezing through the thighs. Exhale, left hand comes down, thumb finds left hip crease. Inhale, reach up through the right side, lengthening. Exhale, lean over towards the left. Create some space between the right shoulder and the ear here. Breathe into the right lung. One more inhale here. Extend back up. Exhale, bring the right hand down inside the front foot. Inhale, start to twist towards the left. Exhale, find your version of this pose. We can tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg if you like. If you do so, be sure to not let that right hip sink down. Stay strong through the legs. Stay extended through the spine. If you like, you can reach the left arm up. Last inhale, reach. Exhale, bring both hands down, step back, find your plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Keep the elbows squeezing in as you inhale forward, low bhujangasana. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Take one breath here, finding that core engagement, being aware of your bandhas here. And then let's start to walk slowly up between the hands. As the toes get nearer to the fingertips, you can bend the knees if you like. Feet stay at hip distance apart. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Bend the knees as you exhale, fold, rest the belly on the thighs. Uttanasana. You can take hands to opposite elbows if you like and allow the head to relax. Shaking it from side to side, back and forth. You can sway from side to side, feeling the weight on your feet, feeling grounded, feeling those roots reaching down into the earth. This is where our practice comes from. Last breath here. If the hands are bound, release them now. Bend deeply through the knees, engage your core and take a couple of breaths to roll all the way up to stand. If there's any place that feels really good, stay there for a moment. And then roll up to your Tadasana, rolling the shoulders a couple of times, rolling the wrists out, finding your center here. Tadasana. Feet hip widths apart. Draw the kneecaps up, engage through the quadriceps. Isometrically spread the legs, creating some space to reach the tailbone down towards the ground. Find your Mula Bandha, drawing up and in through the perineum. Find your low abdominal engagement and then gentle engagement of Uddiyana Bandha every exhale, drawing up and in on the belly button. Rolling the shoulders, we open up through the sternum, lengthen through the back of the neck, finding Jalandhara Bandha. Reaching up through the crown, we find our Ujjayi breath, constricting the back of the throat, making a sound audible, like the ocean waves. Keeping this engagement, we find our Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, keep the core engagement, arms wide, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump, walk or step back. Find your plank pose. Take an extra breath here, inhale. Exhale, lower down, lowering the knees if you like. Inhale, come forward, either cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Find your position, really press down into the index side of the hands. Create some space through the shoulders and the ears, really lengthen up through the tailbone as you keep that Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Last exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, gather those bandhas up, jump, walk or step between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Spread the arms wide. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring hands together, find heart center. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, jump, walk or step, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you jump, make sure you jump back with bent arms. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Find that core engagement, reach up, press down through the heels. Beautiful. Last exhale. Inhale, reach the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, gather in those bandhas, jump, walk or step walk up to between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Spread the arms wide. Inhale, we rise up, gather in that breath. Press the palms together. Exhale, bring it into the heart. One more. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, diving down, thank you, in gratitude to the sun. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, jump, walk or step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. Last exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, jump, walk or step between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Spread the arms wide. We inhale, rise up, gather in that breath. Press the palms together. Exhale, find heart center. Find your center. Surya Namaskara B. Bend the knees. Inhale as you sweep the arms down and up over the head, chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, jump, walk or step, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take the right foot between the hands. Keep the back foot lifted for this first one. We inhale, we rise up. Exhale, hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take the left foot between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted this time. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, bowing down to the sun, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, really open the heart. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, find your pose, pressing into the inside edge of the hands, creating space between the shoulders and making sure to engage through the core, lengthening up through the tailbone. Last exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, gather those bandhas, jump, walk or step between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten the legs, relax the arms down. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, jump, walk or step back. Keep that core engagement. Inhale, lifting up through the core. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. This time plant the left foot 45 degrees, right foot between the hands. Inhale, up to warrior one, Virabhadasana A. Exhale, hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant the right foot 45 degrees, left foot between the hands. Inhale, up, warrior one, opening through the heart. Exhale, hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. All together, let's inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh. Good. If you need to, at any point, come down to child's pose. Last exhale here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, gather in the bandhas, jump, walk or step between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten the legs, allow the arms to come down, Tadasana. One more. Bend the knees, sweep the arms down and up over the head, Utkatasana, strong through the core. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, jump, walk or step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the core, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Plant the left foot 45 degrees, right foot steps forwards. Strong through the legs. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back. Find your flow. Inhale, taking in that breath, opening the heart. Exhale, giving it back. Right foot 45 degrees, left foot between the hands. Strong through the legs. We inhale, keep the bandhas. Exhale, bowing down in gratitude for this space, for this day, for this practice. Keep your flow going. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Good. If you need to, take child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Let's breathe together. Inhale, open the mouth, exhale, sigh. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, jump, walk or step between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana, reach the tailbone back and down. Exhale, straighten, Samastitihi. Take a breath. Feel even weight in both feet. Feel your weight reaching down at the same time as a buoyancy reaching up. Come into our standing sequence. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, diving down slowly. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands down. You can step back to downward facing dog, or if you like, flow through a vinyasa. Inhale, raise the right leg up and back. Exhale, hold it here, internal rotation. Really pointing the toes back and down, keeping the hips square, feeling a long straight line of energy, even weight through the hands. Inhale as you raise it up higher. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands, align the knee under the ankle. Squeeze through the inner thighs, stay strong through that back leg. On your next inhale, rise all the way up, gathering in that breath, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, holding it here. Squaring through the hips. We stay strong through the legs, aligning the front knee above the ankle. And then find the bandhas so that you have this engagement through the core, lifting up through the arms, externally rotating so that the shoulders stay away from the ears. Last inhale here, reach up. As you exhale, plant the back heel down 45 degrees, arms come down parallel with the ground, we open through the hips. Warrior Two position. As you inhale, gather up that center point. As you exhale, send strength all the way through the back leg, through the back edge of the foot. Inhale, find the bandhas, stay strong through the core, open the chest. Exhale, strong through the arms. Beautiful. Last exhale here. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Send the back hip back. Exhale, lengthen through the center as you reach forward and down into triangle pose. Beautiful. Place the hand just on above the knee or on the shin. We're looking for our hips to stay open here, our shoulders to stay stacked. Make sure that you've still got some space through the lower ribs, the lower side body, and you're still strong through that back leg. Make sure not to lock through that front knee as well. Last exhale. Bend through the front knee. Inhale up briefly through Warrior Two and exhale all the way back, Reverse Warrior. Reach the right arm into the sky, come forward slightly into that front knee. Creating space all through the right side body. Last inhale here. As you exhale, come back into your Warrior Two. Place the hands on the hips. Turn the toes so that the outsides of the feet are parallel. Toes slightly pointing in. Engage through the quads here. Inhale as you lengthen up through the spine, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, keep core engagement as you fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Press evenly through the feet. You can take the hands down to the ground if you like, either placing them underneath the body or reaching them through the legs, fingers pointed towards or away from you, whichever feels good. Allow the head to relax. Stay engaged through the quads so that you're not locking the knees. Good. Last exhale. Take the hands back onto the hips. Engage through the core. Inhale, start to rise up. Exhale, pause halfway. Inhale, stay strong through the legs, through the core. Exhale, rising, pausing here. Turn the front toes to face the front of the mat. Back toes in slightly. We'll take the arms out to the side. Exhale as we come into our extended side angle pose. Place the right elbow just above the right knee, palm facing up. Sweep the left arm down and up over the head. Press strong through the back edge of the back foot here. Try not to put too much weight in the front elbow. Good, beautiful. And then keep that space in between the top shoulder and the ear. Beautiful. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands come down. You can step back to downward facing dog, take child's pose, or take a vinyasa if you would like. Beautiful. Checking in with our intention, keeping that strong centeredness, finding that inner alignment and allowing it to extend all the way through our whole moment here, our whole presence within our life. Tune into that sense of centeredness. What would it feel like if we could carry that sense of centeredness through every step, through every action, through every breath? Inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Keep the internal rotation of the hips as you exhale. Feeling that long straight line of alignment through the left side. One more inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands, align the knee above the ankle. Good, strong through the back leg, squeeze through the inner thighs. We inhale, we rise up underneath asana. Exhale, holding it here, stay strong through that back leg. Keep the core drawing in and up, beautiful. Giving our love to the sun this morning. One more inhale, lifting up, thank you. Exhale, plant the back heel, come into your warrior two position, open through the hips. Take the arms parallel with the ground, gaze is forwards. Finding that strength, that fire within us. Stay strong through this back leg here. Good. And then opening through the front knee, making sure that's aligned above the ankle, keeping that core engagement, lifting up. Last exhale here. Inhale, straighten through the front leg. Press through the back hip towards the back of the mat. Lengthen through the core and exhale down into your Trikonasana, taking any props that you need to. We'll rest the hand lightly on the thigh or on the shin, making sure that the shoulders are stacked here, staying strong through the outside edge of the back foot. Good. Beautiful. Last breath here. One more exhale. Bend through the front knee. We inhale, coming all the way through warrior two, and exhale as we come back, reverse warrior. Reach the left arm up, come forward on that front knee slightly, creating some beautiful space through the left side body. One more inhale here, and exhale as you come back into your warrior two. Beautiful. Straighten both legs. We'll turn the feet so that the outsides of the feet are parallel. Hands on hips. Inhale, lengthen up, roll the shoulders and elbows back. Exhale, keep the core engagement, fold. Inhale, lengthen once more. Exhale, fold all the way down. Beautiful. Take the hands down. We'll come into some movement here. Take the left hand to the center, right underneath the face. Take the right hand to the sacrum. Inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale as you twist, turning your sternum up towards the sky, rotating that right shoulder up, feeling grounded and even through both feet. Beautiful. Nice. If you like, you can take the right hand up to the sky. Last breath. Last inhale. Exhale, come down. Replace the right hand on the ground, left hand to the sacrum. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you twist, turning the sternum, the breastbone up towards the sky, rotating through the left shoulder, keeping grounded and flat through the sternum, even weight in both feet. Beautiful. And if you like, you can take the hand up to the sky. Last inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Bring the hands to the hips. Engage your core, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, we'll rise up. Pause halfway, keep strong through the core, reach out through the crown. Exhale. Inhale as you rise all the way up. Exhale, release. Turn your front foot, your left foot towards the front of the mat. Back toes in slightly, bend through the front knee. Strong through the back leg as we find our extended side angle. Place the left elbow just above the right knee. Sweep the right hand down and up. Inhale. Exhale as you open out into this pose, stacking the shoulders here. Stay really strong through that back leg and lift up all the way through the right side, feeling that inherent alignment, that centeredness, allowing all of our poses to come from that center. Beautiful. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold both hands down. You can step back, find your downward facing dog, child's pose, or if you need another, take a vinyasa. Beautiful. All together, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh out, let it go. Inhale together. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh out. Good job. Inhale, raise the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest, shift your weight forward, modified plank, squeeze it in. Inhale, reaching it up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, come forward, modified plank, squeezing it in. Inhale, reaching it up. This time, exhale, we'll come into our pigeon pose. So here we want to pay special attention to the setup. We flex our front foot and bring the shin parallel to the front of the mat. Make sure to support yourself with a bolster or a block so that you're able to keep the shin parallel to the front of the mat, avoiding that uncomfortable area where we have the knee at a 45-degree angle. So protecting our body here, find your support, find your lift. Make sure that the back leg is aligned so that the toes point down, the kneecap points down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up, lengthen. You can stay right here or exhale, fold forwards if you like. Breathing into those hips. Good, beautiful. Taking our time here, you can tune into any tension within the body and use your breath. We are our healers, we are our own masters. Our breath is our energy, and when we focus that breath and our attention together, and we can send that energy through the body, releasing any stagnation, enlivening all parts of ourselves. Take your last breath here. If you're folded forwards, make your way back up slowly. Place the hands firmly on the mat and slowly lift your way back up into a downward facing dog. Press the right foot down, bend the left knee and press back so you really feel that connection through the right hip here. If you need, you can take another vinyasa here, otherwise we'll move on. Inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, squeezing it in, everything. Inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, squeeze it in. Inhale, reaching up and back. This time, exhale, we'll set up for our pigeon. So making sure that the shin is parallel to the front of the mat and we flex those feet to protect the knee. Support yourself with a block or a bolster underneath the hips so that you can keep the hips square. Tuck the back toe, lift the back leg and then lay it down so that it's in alignment. There you go. Let's see if we can work it just a bit more. Beautiful. And if you'd like to stay here, you can work lifting up through the chest, keeping that core center point engaged. If you'd like, you can fold forwards on an exhale. Allow your breath to find any tension within the body so that as you inhale, that breath envelops the tension. As you exhale, you breathe it out, releasing it. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. Take one last breath here. If you're folded forward, make your way up and out of the pose slowly. Press the hands into the mat. Take your time to make your way back into downward facing dog. Straighten the left leg, bend the right and push back. Really feeling that grounding through the hip bone here. And then we'll take our knees down, find a child's pose. Shifting the hips back, arms can be out in front or either side, whichever feels best. Just coming back to center here. We practice so that we can fully experience these pauses. And it's in the stillness that we find our yoga. Yoga is unity, union. We experience union of the body, the mind, the breath, the spirit. And that enables us to find union with this moment, with every experience, with life itself. So that the boundaries between ourselves as individuals dissolve and we feel that connection, that oneness. Stay in this space as you slowly make your way up through tabletop. Take the hips to one side. Take the legs out in front of you and find your seated pose. We'll come into our Dandasana here. So take the hands either side of the hips, press down. Strong through the legs, toes pointing up. Press the backs of the knees down to the ground. Find your Mula Bandha drawing up and in through the perineum. Find your Uddiyana Bandha, the upward flying lock, belly button in and up. Jalandhara Bandha, lengthening the back of the neck, reaching up through the crown of the head. Keeping all of this engaged, inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, reach forward and down, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the sternum forwards to the feet. You can continue this motion, inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, folding. Last exhale here. Inhale, start to rise back up, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands come back behind, fingers pointing in. Take the hands about a foot distance between the hips and the wrists. Inhale as you point the toes, lift the hips up. Exhale into inclined plane. If you like, you can take reverse tabletop if this is too much. Keep pointing the toes, lifting the hips up, opening through the chest, pressing evenly through the hands, especially through the inside edge of the hands here. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of the feet together as you hold on to the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, holding it here or folding forwards, whichever feels best for your body. You can use the elbows to gently open out through the hips here. Move with your breath. Last exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, take the hands to the outsides of the knees and move them together. Then take the hands to the backs of the thighs. We'll prepare for Navasana, bridge pose. So we'll start here with the hands on the backs of the thighs. First, we engage through the core, lifting up through the low back, and keep that engagement as you bring the feet up from the ground. Shins parallel with the earth. Keep that engagement. You'll know you've gone beyond your edge when you start to collapse in the low back. If it's available to you, you can take the hands out from the legs, reaching the fingers forwards, keeping the shoulders rolling back. Lift up through the crown, feel that length, feel that strength here, and smile. And exhale as you take the hands, the feet and the hands down. Soles of the feet on the ground, arms out in front. Take a couple of breaths to roll slowly down onto your back, experiencing each vertebra as it touches. Good. Take the arms up above the head, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down either sides of the hips, palms down on the earth. Bring your soles of your feet in towards the sits bones so they're aligned, hip distance apart. We're preparing for our bridge pose, our Setu Bandhasana. So the fingertips may graze the backs of the heels here. Pressing evenly into the feet, especially into the big toe side. Inhale as you lift the hips up, peeling the back off the ground. Exhale as you find your position here. You can roll the shoulder blades together. If you like, you can interlace the fingers underneath you. If you have the lift, you can take the hands to the sacrum. What's most important here is feeling an engagement through the inner thighs, pressing into the big toe side of the feet, and then moving the curve of the spine up in towards the sternum. So you're really lifting your chest up here, opening your heart, filling your center with your breath. Create some length in the back of the neck. Next inhale, release the hands, reach them up into the sky, lift the heels. Exhale, curl the tailbone, roll down. Place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Breathe. And tick-tock the knees from side to side to release the spine if you like. Our next pose, we'll take another back bend. You can take either bridge if that felt good for you, or I'll talk you through wheel. Urdhva Dhanurasana. So take the same hand position here, palms either side of the hips. Feet again, hips distance apart. Inhale, start to peel the hips off the ground, finding your bridge here. As you exhale, either stay here, finding your pose, or take the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the elbows in as you inhale, press into the hands and feet, rest briefly on the head, aligning yourself here. Exhale, coming into your Urdhva Dhanurasana. Beautiful. Even weight through the feet here, even weight through the hands. Keep the knees bent, and then lift the sternum up. Feel free to come down at any point when you're ready. We'll take a couple more breaths. When you're ready to come down, we'll tuck the chin, slowly lay the spine down on the ground. And then from here, tilt the knees from side to side, releasing the spine. And take the legs up into the air, Viparita Karani. Squeeze the inner thighs together. If this feels too much, take the hands underneath the sacrum, giving yourself a bit more support. Here we allow all of the energy, all of our nutrients to drain into our center. Beautiful, gentle inversion. And we'll make our way into shoulder stand and plow. If you have any neck issues, you can stay right here. So we'll start to engage the core, taking little lifts with the sacrum, lifting the hips up and down a couple of times. And when you feel ready, you could lift the legs all the way up and back into your plow, briefly stopping just to support the back with your hands, rolling the elbows together, rolling the shoulder blades together. And then if you feel ready, you can bring the feet up to the sky for your shoulder stand. Make sure there's lots of space in the back of the neck here, and the weight is in the shoulders rather than the head. Do not move your head from side to side here. Keep it straight. Squeeze the thighs together. Reach the feet up into the air. Over time, you may be able to walk the hands down the back towards the shoulder blades, giving yourself even more support here. Beautiful. On your next exhale, bring the feet over the head, finding your halasana. Plow pose. If the toes touch, then you can release the hands, perhaps letting them lay flat or interlacing them behind you. Breathe into the back body. Breathe into your center. When we find alignment in our physical self, we align ourselves with our highest purpose. We allow the pure channel of soul to come through us. Release any bind that you have with the hands, and then slowly roll down, experiencing each vertebra as it touches the earth. When the sacrum touches the ground, you You can choose either lower the legs down straight, keeping core engagement, or bend the knees and just rest with the soles of the feet on the ground. Beautiful. We'll come into our fish pose, Matsyasana. So straighten the legs out. Squeeze the legs together and point or flex the toes. Lift one hip up and then the other, bringing the arms underneath the body and reaching the fingers down as far as you can so you really open the chest even before we've started. Keeping all of this engagement, we'll press into the forearms and inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, allow the head to slowly reach back. There's very little weight placed on the head here. We're really just pressing into the forearms to lift the chest. Breathing here. Beautiful counter pose to our shoulder stand and plow. Last inhale, lift up. Take a little weight off the head and exhale, release, rolling down, releasing the hands. Bend the right knee, bring it into the chest, squeeze it in. Take the leg up to the sky, reach for the back of the leg anywhere other than the knee. You may like to use a strap in this pose. Placing the strap around the foot. We'll come into a hamstring stretch. So bring the leg as straight as you can, straight as is comfortable. Flex both feet. Your standing leg on the ground is also fully engaged and you're really reaching out through the heel here, feeling a long straight line of energy up the left side. And then draw the right leg in towards the body, staying strong and engaged through the quads. When we engage the quads, we actually release the hamstrings, which is the place that we're working on right now. Place the left hand on the left hip, holding the strap in the right hand. Keep the left hip grounded as you inhale, open the leg out towards the right, pausing before your left hip lifts off the ground. Good. Keep that strength in the left leg. Good, good adjustments. On your next inhale, bring the leg up towards the center. Bend the knee. We'll exhale into our half happy baby here. So you can release the strap or keep it, whichever feels good. So bringing the knee either side of the ribs here, the ankle aligned above the knee. Draw down on the foot at the same time as pushing up against the hands. It also can be comfortable to bring the left arm across and also support the foot, giving yourself just a bit extra support there. Breathing into the hips. Last exhale. Release the hands. Take the left hand across the body, hold onto the outside of the right knee. As you exhale, bring the knee across the body, find your twist. The right arm's going to reach out, staying open through the chest, staying grounded through the shoulder blades. Simple reclined twist. Last exhale. Inhale, bring the leg up, back to center. Bring both knees into the chest, squeeze in. Release the right leg down onto the ground, keeping the left leg into the chest. Find engagement in that right leg, reaching out through the heel, flexing the foot, and then straighten the left leg up to the sky, also reaching out through the heel, taking a strap if you need to. So we're keeping really strong through that standing leg, and then engaging particularly through the quad of your left leg so that you can release the hamstring. Drawing it in, using your breath. Every inhale, send that energy to that area. Exhale, releasing. So now we'll hold our strap in our left hand. Take the right hand to the hip. Press the hip down, keep it grounded. Inhale, opening it out towards the side and stopping just before your right hip starts to lift. So it's really asking some core engagement here. Breathing. Staying in that state of yoga, that state of connection. Allowing your breath to be the portal, the vehicle that takes you there. Last exhale. Inhale, bring the leg back up. Good, using your core. Exhale, bend the knee. We'll come into half happy baby here. So you can release the strap. You can hold on to the outside of your foot with your left hand. If you like, take the right arm across as well, giving yourself that extra support. See if you can align the ankle right above the knee so that you're drawing right down. And from here, we'll take the right arm across the body, hold on to the outside of the knee. Left arm stretches out towards the side. On an exhale, bring your leg across the body, finding a reclined twist here. Gaze comes to the opposite direction. Stay grounded through the shoulders here. Breathing deep into the abdomen as we slow down, winding down our class. Last exhale. Inhale, unwinding the body. Bring both knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. Feel your own presence here. On your inhale, squeeze everything in. Scrunch the face up. Engage everything, bring the forehead to the knees. As you exhale, release everything, come into your shavasana pose. Straightening the legs out, arms by the sides. Reach the heels away from the hips, the arms away from the shoulders. Take a deep breath. Open the mouth, exhale. Deep breath in, gathering in all parts of yourself. Exhale, find your center. Take a deep breath in, filling the lungs. Exhale, release. Taking these last moments, experiencing your body in a full state of presence. Take another deep breath in and allow that breath to bring movement into the hands, the feet. And in your own time, reach the arms up above the head, taking a full body stretch, moving into all parts of yourself, coming back to this space. Take your time to make your way up to a seated position. Perhaps you'd like to bring the knees into the chest or roll over onto one side. Stay in your space as you make your way back up. When we find our alignment in this way, then we allow our yoga to be a moving prayer. Our body and our breath to be the vehicle into this state of full connection, of full alignment with our highest self. And from that space, we find that union, that oneness, radiating from within the vehicle of this practice. And close with the sound of Om. Inhale as you reach the arms out and up over the head. Press the palms together, find that prayer, exhale it into the center. Inhale for Om. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.